Hey, what's up guys, how you doing? I'm Paul the Tech Giant and welcome back to the channel, where today I'm going to be conducting a daytime brightness and reflection test on this 65-inch Samsung S95C OLED. Now, I recently done the same test on my 65-inch LG G3 OLED, and if you want to see that, I'll be putting a link to that in the description. Right, let's first start off then by showing you the environment the TV is in. So, as you can see, we've got it wall mounted, and we have a large north-facing window. Now, I'll be totally honest, it's not the brightest of days out there, it's quite overcast, but still we've got plenty of light coming into the room. Now, before we get into the main testing, I want to show you guys something that I've never done before when doing a reflection test on a TV. I think you're going to like it. So, as you can see, we've got the TV off at the moment, and we're going to move around and see if we can pick up some of those reflections. And yeah, sure enough, we can see the outside reflecting, and the further we go round, we see it even more. And you notice that it is purple, and that is because that is the anti-reflective coating. And I think that's doing a great job. But just to prove how well it is actually handling those reflections, what I've got is a child's tablet. I'm just going to bring that into shot, and look at that. That is actually acting more like a mirror. So yeah, that just goes to show you how well that anti-reflective coating is actually working compared to just a generic tablet, which, as you can see, we can see everything out of that window. It's almost like for like, but in the Samsung, yeah, it's really dulled down. So that just goes to show you how well that is actually working. Right, so cracking on with the test then, and first off we are going to start off with some standard dynamic range footage, and we are currently in, as you can see, the standard picture mode. So just knocking that off then and moving around, and yeah, to be fair, it is nice and bright, and at the moment the brightness level is just set to 40. We're going to change it up in just a minute. So moving around, and yeah, that is more than bright enough. And as I said in other videos previously, these TVs in the past, OLEDs, have been pretty dim. But yeah, this is a bright one. So it shouldn't have any problems in a well-lit room like this. But let's move around to the side and see how it handles those reflections. And that is doing a banging job. Really, really good. I can barely see the window there. Now, it is a bright image we got on the TV, so it's doing really well. We can see just a little bit of a reflection going on there, but overall, that looks really impressive. Now, what I'm going to do now is change up the picture mode, and we're going to go from standard to dynamic, the one that a lot of people don't like, but still it's really bright. So let's push that up, yeah, and just check out that brightness. And yeah, that is blowing out on camera. That is super bright. Don't know how bright it is compared to my G3 OLED, and I will be doing a test comparing the two. But yeah, I don't think you're going to be disappointed when it comes to brightness levels for an OLED. So moving around once again. And yeah, you can barely see any reflection on this bit of footage, which is great news. Right, moving on to some 4K HDR material now then. And yes, the brightness levels have gone up significantly. That thing is looking proper bright now. And if I just quickly show you, once again, we are just in the standard mode, but we'll change it up in a minute. So moving around, different angles, looking really good indeed. Again, we're not losing brightness there as we move around really. Let's go around the other side, check out what the reflections are like. As, you can see the new misses there on the TV. Can we see any reflections when we move around? That's doing a really good job. Again, very faint that you can see them just there when we see some darker areas. But overall, on an image like this, once again, that's really good. So let's now turn it up a notch. So doing the naughty thing again, I've put it into dynamic. I expect it's going to blow the camera out. That has now really gone bright, proper burning your eyeballs stuff. Again, probably isn't going to come across it on camera as well as it does in person. But yeah, just look how vibrant it is on that woman's top there in the green. Looks amazing. So going round to the side, yeah, very, very slight once again there on the reflections for most material. I think it's going to be more than good enough. And I've got to say it, I do feel that this is better at handling reflections than my LG G3 OLED. So yeah, that is one positive about this S95C OLED. Okie dokie, now we're going to take a look at some darker 4K HDR footage. So if anything's going to show up some reflections, it will be this in the darker areas. But once again, it is really, really bright. So much so, again, it's blowing out the image. Again, we are just in the standard mode at the moment. Now, if I adjust the camera down, you'll notice that the room will darken down to adjust for that. But I'm going to put it back to where it was. And let's move around a little bit. So come around to the side. And yes, we are now starting to pick up those reflections. And yeah, we can see them just there. But we see that like purple tinge on the screen there. That's the anti-reflective coating trying to do its job. So yeah, on these darker scenes, it's struggling a little bit more, which is to be expected, to be fair. Most TVs are going to struggle like this. But overall, again, it's not absolutely tragic because we've got those amazing brightness levels. When we do get a brighter area, yes, you know, we can't see the reflections, but yeah, we can see those reflections from that window on those darker areas. But now let's knock it up again, whacking it up to the dynamic, and well, that is just nuts. Wasn't going to be doing this, but I've got my new missus in the room. I'm going to ask her a quick question. Do you think that's bright? She's nodded and whispered saying yes. So yeah, if you want a impartial opinion there, she thinks that's bright and I agree with her. So moving around again, seeing those reflections, but they are dulled down quite a bit. But overall, I think that has done a sterling job. And like I said, I think it does a better job than my LG G3 when it comes to the anti-reflective coating. And there you have it then, guys. Now please do me a massive favour and reach up and hit that thumbs up button if you appreciate the way that I've conducted this video, as in doing it in a real world environment. And if you want to see more videos like this in the future, then please make sure you subscribe. So thanks very much for joining me today, and hopefully catch you guys in the next one. Bye for now.